What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to Moto Garage TV. This is officially the third video on this channel, and as I mentioned before, I want to bring you guys along the ride as I work on these bikes and do modifications, also little projects that come through the garage, and some of the rides that I go on. So hope you guys will enjoy the content that I bring. I am new to YouTube, video making and whatnot, so bear with me. I do appreciate some constructive criticism, so feel free to drop some comments below. I'll go through them as best I can and critique kind of my style and some of the content that I bring to you guys. So without further ado, let's get into this. All right, I'll get this bike pushed out. That way we can do the cold start. And then afterwards, I'll do the walk around and I'll start calling out the modifications that I've made to this bike. But like I mentioned before, this bike is for sale. So hopefully there's someone out there that sees this video, sees some interest in this bike, and gets a hold of me and I can sell it. This bike needs to pay for the next build series that I plan on creating. Like I mentioned in my last video, it's for the Ducati Panigale V4 that I have. This bike is stock. There's no modifications made to it. Well, I take that back. The mirrors were pulled off, and the rear tail with I think a CRG tail tidy. So other than that, it's a stock bike. Do have some parts from Duca Bike. And I've got, I think, a quick change sprocket set arriving today, but this bike needs to go. I need to make a few other purchases on some parts for the Ducati, and they're not cheap, so this bike needs to fund that bike. And I hate to see this bike go because this was my first street bike, and I put a lot of money and sweat and just my time into this bike, and I hate to see it go. But on to the next project. This bike has served its purpose for me. I really enjoyed it, and I hope someone else out there can appreciate what I've done so far to this bike. So all right, let's get going. I'll push this bike out and get that bike fired up for you. All right, guys, as promised, let's get this bike started up. Do the cold start and show you guys that it's not warm. Put my hand, you can see that, on this pipe. Get her fired up. That audio of the exhaust as it really sounds, because it's a real deep, throaty sound to it. All right, guys, here we go. The walk around, the mod list. Just realizing this is going to be a lengthy video with all these mods that I've done. I don't know if I'm going to call them all out. Maybe I'll just highlight the ones and I'll list the rest in the descriptions below, because I will get tired of just talking about what has been done to this bike. Let's see, starting with the wheels. I've got the brand new set of Michelin Power 5s, front and back. Got about 20 miles on this tire, so they're brand new. Stock rims, stock calipers, but both have been sent out to be freshly powder coated. Shout outs to Melrose. I'll link them down below. New rotors, new brakes, EBC brake pads, HH series. After sending out the calipers here. I had to take all the internals out, so we've got a rebuilt calipers with OEM seals. Got the Olin suspension, also rebuilt, all new bushings on the insides, fresh oil, new fork seals, new spring rate for my weight, which is about 195, 200 pounds. I do have the, I think the 95 rated springs as well that will come with this bike. RG, got the radiator guard, if you can see that, there we go. DEI titanium header wrap. This is the crushed lava rock, not the fiberglass type. Let's see, headlights. These are the demon eyes with the angel eyes, as they call it. So it's got the white halo and it's got the blue. So depending on how you want to ride, these are all switched here on this panel. Stock high beams, all that still works from the handlebar. Working our way up, we've got the Rizoma, I guess, stealth mirrors, as you call them. So these ones here are nice and they twist up, twist down, kind of give you that nice little aerodynamic look. All right, making our way down. We got the flush mount turn indicators behind the fairings here. Brand new radiator, freshly filled with engine ice. You can see the red silicone hoses. It's a full set that replaces the stock hoses from the radiator all the way back to the thermostat housing. New thermostat, new fill pump, K&N air filter, Factory Pro velocity stacks. Shout out to Chris Moore from Moore Mafia. He flashed my ECU for me. While we're up top, let's see, we've got the Scott steering damper. Pretty cool feature here. When I replaced the sprockets, I went one tooth down in the front, and with doing that, I had to buy the Hiltech Speedo Hiller, which corrects the speedometer. Cool thing about this is Hiltech, it sends you a little press push button that is a top speed recall feature on the device. So when you press the button, it displays the last top speed on your speedometer. However, shout out to Ray. I'll link his video in the descriptions. He routed that push button into his horn button. So he disabled the horn and routed the wires to where it functions when you press this to recall the last top speed. And that's what I did. So I'll link his description below. So the last top speed, when you press the horn button, let's see if I can capture it both, is displayed. Pretty cool feature on that, in my opinion. Let's see what else. Road and Track Olin's forks, as mentioned before. I just dressed the top up with these little, I don't know what you call them, fork caps. But basically I just didn't like the blue on the Olin's, so I try to hide that as best I can with these preload adjusters. There you go, that's the name. One finger, clutch, perch, and lever. I'll link their description below. Got the Brembo RCS Corsa Corta 19s. Let's see, a little brake reservoir there. Anything up top? All right, making my way down. We got the smog block off plates. Another reason why I needed more Mafia to flash the ECU to make sure no check engine lights came on. And really dial in the engine there. Let's see, RM Stator, shout outs to them. They did a nice upgrade on the flywheel stator on this model year, and the magnets inside on the stock flywheel there just wasn't ideal. They would come off and really destroy the motor when doing so. So they have a nice upgrade. So like I said, shout outs to them. This bike's been fitted with that upgrade, as well as a lithium-ion recidifier regulator installed. See rear sets, I'll link the brand in the descriptions below. Tank sides, carbon fiber from onecarbontech.com. Same thing with the chain guard. I've got a 3-piece set on the exhaust shields. As you can see, the Olin suspension in the rear. I'll link the type rim in the back, same as the front, powder coated from Melrose. Shout out to them. New chain and sprockets, as mentioned before with the Hilltech. The sprockets went down 1 tooth in the front in the gearing. JT sprockets front and back. Sprocket nuts just in blue, just to dress up the bike a little bit. Let's see, back here, cat delete, so just gutted the cat in the mid pipe there. All new bushings at every connection point from just OEM's stuff there, but really nice seal on this system, especially with the bike being the age that it is. Just went through the bike and really updated and upgraded some parts throughout. So let's see, making our way around to the other side. I think I captured everything on this side for the most part. Like I said, anything that I forget, I'll list in the descriptions below. Let's see, brand new OEM clutch, engine cap, just in blue. Let's see what else. Master cylinder, rear cylinder, reservoir, braided brake lines, front and rear, core moto. Once again, powder coated, over from Melrose. Brand new rotor, less than 25 miles on both front and rear. Like I said before, 3-piece carbon fiber heat shields, HT Moto seat covers. Let's see, what am I forgetting? I think that's about it. Don't see anything else. All right, one other thing. So it's got the stock cans, the mufflers, stock setup, you know, looks stock, but like I said, the cat delete, and actually got AR race baffles installed. So gutted the stock mufflers out, installed race baffles on the inside. That gives it that real throaty sound. So that's a nice little feature. Also down below, maybe we can see it on the other side. Took out the servo, took the butterfly out, installed the servo buddy. Let's see, I got the G2 Ergonomics, I think it is, quick turn throttle. So that's installed. That's basically your throttle sleeve. You can't see it with these grips over it, obviously, but G2 Ergonomics there on that. I think I'm saying that right. I'll link that in the descriptions below. Let's see. I've got, I think up top I didn't mention, but if you can see, it's got the gear indicator. That's the Hilltech gear indicator mounted right on the side there. Let's see. I think that's about it, guys. Like I said, I'm sure I'm missing a few things, but I'll definitely link what I've missed in the descriptions below. Well, all right, guys, thanks for joining in. That was my walk around for this bike. I'll link, like I said, all the descriptions below, and whatever I missed, hopefully I can capture in that list, detailing everything out in the descriptions below. So once again, thanks for joining. I'll leave you guys with a the start of the bike. It's been sitting here for about an hour or so, so